Let's kick things off with one of my all-time favorite memories. It happened in Puget Sound, Washington. I was filming, expecting the usual, when suddenly a pair of orcas showed up in the distance. At first, they just cruised along, but out of nowhere, one charged straight for our boat.
That must have been both exhilarating and a little terrifying. Orcas are massive, about the size of a school bus, right? Did you ever feel threatened? Or was it more awe-inspiring to see that big eye looking right at you as it dove under?
Honestly, it was a rush of adrenaline and awe all at once. You can't help but feel small when a creature that powerful glides by. It's like seeing a living submarine with a personality. And the way it twisted at the last second, pure precision.
That close-up moment makes you realize why so many people, myself included, are fascinated by orcas. They aren't just big, they're incredibly intelligent and curious. Speaking of curiosity, let's move to a question that comes up a lot about orcas' reputation.
With a name like killer whale, orcas sound downright menacing. Akash actually called in to ask, are killer whales really dangerous?
It's a fair question. The name killer whale comes from their hunting prowess, not a tendency to attack humans. They're apex predators. They can take down seals, dolphins, even great white sharks. But their danger is mostly reserved for other marine life.
So, it's more like having the ocean's top athlete out there, fast, powerful, and strategic. But does that mean we need to worry if we spot one while swimming or boating?
Not generally, no. Despite the intimidating name, wild orcas have almost never harmed humans. Their reputation as killers is more about their hunting skills within the ocean food web than any aggression toward people.
Let's talk about what makes orcas such formidable hunters. You mentioned they hunt in groups called pods. How do these pods coordinate their attacks?
Orca pods operate like a well-trained team. They use vocalizations, body language, and even bubble streams to corral prey. Some pods in Argentina even teach their young to intentionally beach themselves to catch seal's a risky but impressive move.
That's wild, almost like a synchronized swimming team, but with teeth. Is it true that orcas can plan and adapt their hunting strategies depending on the prey?
Absolutely. They've been observed using different tactics for different prey. For example, when hunting stingrays, they'll flip them over to avoid the stinger. Their adaptability rivals that of some primates, and each pod can have its own culture of hunting techniques.
You touched on orcas hunting great white sharks. That's like a heavyweight boxing match of the ocean. How do orcas manage to outsmart such notorious predators?
It's all about brains over brawn. Orcas can induce tonic immobility in sharks by flipping them upside down, leaving the shark defenseless. There's documented evidence, like off the coast of South Africa, of orcas selectively preying on sharks for their nutrient-rich livers.
So the sharks, usually the bullies of the sea, actually avoid orcas?
Exactly. In places where orcas have been seen hunting sharks, the local shark population sometimes disappears for months. It's a testament to the orca's reputation and intelligence, not just brute force.
Given all this, it's natural to wonder if orcas can tackle sharks. Could they be dangerous to people too?
You'd think so, but the reality is surprising. In the wild, there's no confirmed case of an orca killing a human. There have been rare incidents of bumping or nipping, but orcas seem to know we're not on the menu.
That matches what happened with Ellis Miller in Alaska. Curious orca got close, but then the pod just swam off. Why do you think they're so uninterested in humans?
It likely comes down to learned behavior. Orcas are taught by their families what to hunt. Since humans aren't part of their traditional diet, they simply don't view us as food or even as threats most of the time.
Let's dig into that a bit more. How do orca calves learn these behaviors? Are we talking about real education within pods?
Definitely. Orcas have what scientists call cultural transmission. Parents and elders teach the young not just how to hunt, but what to hunt. In Argentina, adults show calves how to snatch seals off the beach. In the Pacific Northwest, they focus on Chinook salmon.
So, it's almost like sending kids to culinary school, except the lesson is, don't eat humans or random fish, stick with what we know.
Exactly. And this tradition is passed down for generations. It's why diet and hunting styles vary so much between orca populations around the world.
History is full of stories about orcas helping humans. Were these just tall tales, or is there truth to the idea of friendly killer whales?
There's some truth mixed with myth. Indigenous peoples in Australia and North America tell of orcas aiding fishermen or even protecting swimmers from sharks. Early sailors believed orcas were guardians. Science can't confirm these stories, but they reveal how orcas have fascinated us for centuries.
It's amazing to think of orcas as both respected predators and possible helpers. But from a scientific standpoint, we still have a lot to learn about why they interact with us the way they do.
Absolutely. We can't ask the orcas directly, but ongoing research into their behavior and communication is shedding new light on these ancient mysteries.
Despite their gentle record in the wild, there have been incidents with orcas in captivity. Why do captive orcas sometimes behave aggressively toward humans?
It's a complex issue. In captivity, orcas are often stressed, isolated from their pods, and deprived of normal activities. These conditions can lead to behavioral changes, sometimes rough play, sometimes aggression. It's like taking a marathon runner and locking them in a closet.
That's a stark analogy, but it makes sense. A wild orca swims up to 100 miles a day. No aquarium can replicate that, so their actions in tanks might not reflect their true nature.
Exactly. Most marine experts agree that wild orca behavior is the gold standard, and captivity introduces unnatural pressures that can cause unpredictable reactions.
I'm fascinated by how orcas stick to such specific diets. For example, Pacific Northwest orcas almost exclusively hunt Chinook salmon. Why not go after easier prey?
It all circles back to what they're taught. Chinook salmon are high in fat and energy, making them the steak dinner of the sea for these orcas. Even if other fish are abundant, tradition and efficiency keep them focused on their preferred prey.
It's like your grandma's secret recipe: you don't mess with what works. Does this specialization make orcas vulnerable if their favorite food becomes scarce?
Absolutely! In fact, Chinook salmon declines have led to drops in orca populations. Their loyalty to specific diets can be a double-edged sword in a changing ocean.
As we wrap up, what's the latest in orca research? Are there any breakthroughs in understanding their social structure or communication?
Cutting-edge studies use underwater microphones to decode orca language. Researchers have found that pods have unique dialects, almost like family accents. DNA analysis also shows strong matrilineal ties. Most pods are led by grandmothers, who pass down knowledge.
That's remarkable, almost like orca grandmas running the family business. Where do you see orca science heading next?
With new tech like drones and AI-enhanced audio, we're just scratching the surface. Future discoveries may finally answer long-standing questions about why orcas behave the way they do toward us and the rest of the ocean.
Before we go, I want to thank Akash for today's question. Next episode, we'll be letting you, our listeners, vote on what we tackle: interspecies friendships, how binoculars work, or the science of expiration dates.
I can't wait to see what people pick. The ocean's mysteries run deep, but so do the questions from our audience.
That's the best part. Every episode is shaped by your curiosity. So keep sending in those questions, and remember, the world is full of wonders waiting to be explored.
Until next time, Stay curious and keep your eyes open. Who knows what wild story we'll share next?